Aggie traditions have been growing since the founding of the institution in 1876. This is a brief yet informative video of the first-hand look at these traditions. As I strolled across the enormous campus, I heard that all-too-familiar greeting coming from all over. "Howdy!" I returned the stranger's greeting with another resounding, "Howdy!" Why? Because Aggie Land is the friendliest campus in the world. Over by the quad, where the Corps of Cadets are housed, I spot Reveille, a border collie and the school mascot, walking across the campus. The first Reveille was an injured dog the students brought back to campus in 1931. When she died in 1944, she was buried with full military honors at the north end of Kyle Field, facing the scoreboard. Every Reveille since has been buried there also, and another tradition was born. It is Friday night during the fall semester, and the 12th man is getting ready for midnight yell practice. The student body gathers in Kyle Field before a home game to practice yelling and telling stories. This happens at, you guessed it, midnight. We have yell leaders instead of cheerleaders. They coordinate and lead the yells by passing hand signals back to the other students so that they will know what to yell. Hump it, Ags! The student body has been known as the 12th man since 1922 because of the willingness of one student. The student, E. King Gill, was asked to suit up during a football game and play if needed. Although he never played in the game, at the end he was the only one left on the sideline and gained the title of the 12th man. Throughout the semester we worked on bonfire. This tradition was started in 1909 and became an enormous log structure which was burned before the annual rival football game with TU. In 1999, the stack collapsed during the final build, and 12 students lost their lives. A memorial now stands around the bonfire site, remembering those students forever. Although there has not been a campus bonfire since, there is a student bonfire built each year now off campus, and it keeps the tradition alive. After reading of the passing of a student in the battalion, I learned of another sacred tradition at Aggie Land, Silver Taps. Silver Taps was first held in 1898 for Sol Ross, and has become a ceremony held on campus each month after a current student passes away. We gathered in Academic Plaza around the statue of Sol Ross, and around 10:15 p.m. all the lights on campus were turned off. In the distance you can hear the Ross volunteers marching into Academic Plaza. After they arrive at the statue, a lone bugler plays a special rendition of taps, called Silver Taps. Afterwards, the Ross volunteers fire a 21-gun salute and then silently march out of the plaza. One of the most exciting traditions an Aggie waits to take part in is getting their Aggie ring. The ring worn by all Aggie graduates is the same except for the graduation year. The ladies' ring is a smaller version of the men's ring. The Aggie ring is the most symbolic tradition which we hold dear. Everything seen on the ring represents something we hold of value. It is customary when you see another Aggie, known by their ring, to introduce yourself and the graduation year. One student who was recently engaged and the new owner of an Aggie ring went home for the weekend. Her family and friends asked to see her ring, and she proudly raised her right hand to let everyone see her Aggie ring. They said, "No, we mean the other ring." And her reply was, "Well, I had to work harder for this one." The Aggie family is rich with tradition, and these are only a few of our stories. Please feel free to ask an Aggie for information about other traditions we hold dear.
That's what we